Alright everyone, welcome to our first episode of Trips Around the Token Economy. This is pretty much a series where we just go on drives and deliveries and just talk about stuff like the markets, what's going on in development, any news that might have come up, and just sort of overall other general macro and microeconomic type stuff. And now, just a quick warning, there are certain points of road rage. And also, of course, none of this is financial advice. So you guys have been warned. But with that said, let's hop in and get going. Alright, hope everyone's doing well. This is going to be our first episode of traveling around the token economy. And so pretty much how this is going to work is I'm just going to be driving around, dashing from door to door and ranting on about whatever. So some days it might be crypto related, some days it might be macro related, and some days it might be just regarding how the market's moving. So today is April 27th, I believe. It is currently 6 p.m. here in Vancouver, Canada, and we are on a little DoorDash today. So just a little update today. Finished one of my exams, got 2 more to go, and then we're free for the rest of the summer, and then utility season's really going to be kicking in on the content side of things, at least. I don't know about prices yet. But, so a little more update on to today. I just got done an interview with Greg Lunt, one of the biggest faces in the quant community, and rightfully so. He provides amazing content. So, we had a really nice discussion on ODAP, network effects, and then just the overall potential future of quant. So I'm really excited to get that out for you guys and hopefully share more evergreen knowledge. But so be sure to check out all of Greg Lunt's content on his Twitter, GregLunt27, and all his other podcasts and broadcasts at greglunt.club. But so Jesus, what the fuck are you doing, man? Okay, sorry, you guys are gonna be hearing a lot of that. I kind of become token meaner from Tokenicer once I hit the roads, so I don't expect to cut any of it out either, as I want this all to be raw footage. So if road rage and a bit of profanity isn't your thing, this series might not be for you. But with that said, currently we are driving into downtown looking for some orders. And regarding crypto news, not too much has really gone on. Just market's kind of been choppy. Bitcoin's ranging around that $35,000-$45,000 area, and I don't know, weak hands are being shaken out. So at these points in the market, again, obviously none of this is financial advice, but what's really important is you guys remember why you came in here in the first place. You guys remember the long-term vision of this space, the fact it's still only a $1 trillion asset class that is expected to grow to the size of those of the equities market, or even the derivatives or forex market, which we've seen being valued at over $2 quadrillion. So relative to the $1 trillion in market cap crypto's at today, that is about a 1000x growth for the whole industry. So just gotta keep that in mind, stay patient, remember your long-term vision. Rome wasn't built overnight, and nothing amazing was ever built overnight. Oh, we got an order. $18 for 2 orders. Let's fucking go. That's more than 0.1 quant. But yeah, so markets haven't really been exciting. I guess another thing you guys got to keep in mind is even when prices are going down, that doesn't mean development isn't happening. A lot of times that might happen in the more hype projects that are only really building to profit. Well, I guess everyone's really building to make a profit, but the ones building on the hype, you could say. So if you look at some of these other projects, like for example, Constellation Network, they are still working very hard at, oh, okay, we fit in this little slot, perfect. Okay, but yeah, back on point. Constellation Network, they've been working really hard at building out their ecosystem even further and incubating other projects into their flight program. And then you look at Quant Network. Well, just yesterday, their CEO Gilbert Verdian had just went on the Financial Times live event, CBDC panel, with Timothy Lane from the Bank of Canada, Charlotte Hogg from CEO of Visa Europe, and Thomas Harjano, who is the CTO of MIT Connection Sciences, and of course also the guy who co-authored ODAP with Quant CPO Martin Hargreaves. So I've somehow actually gotten really lucky and managed to get a free viewing of this, even though normally it's about, I think it was 200 pounds, so that's about $400 in Canadian dollars where I am. So yeah, definitely saves a broke college student like me a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money, but relative to a broke college student, that gets me through about a good month. But yeah, so haven't quite got the time to really dive into what was said there yet. I know a lot of the quant guys have talked about some of the things highlighted, and Quant's been just posting reels and reels, well, threads and threads of it. But we do know there were a lot of talks of a retail CBDC and how they would go about that. But then there were also other highlights, such as Thomas Harjano coming out saying Quant is solving interoperability right through creating global international standardizations, and Gilbert Verdian pretty much confirming the Latin American dollar. Now, we knew all these things before, so like, why the fuck does it matter? Well, the thing is, at this Financial Times, Jesus, get off the fucking road! It's a yellow light! Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, why does that matter so much? Well, because if you guys think about it, this Financial Times live panel had some of the biggest players in crypto and... Oh, god damn! Fuck, man. Just trying to park. Okay, so, yeah, the reason behind why I'm highlighting this is because at this Financial Times panel, as I mentioned, Gilbert presented this with the Deputy Governor of the Bank of Canada, CEO of Visa Europe, and CTO of MIT Connection Sciences. That panel alone is like, just imagine the level of authority these guys all have in aggregate. It's insane. And to just add a bit onto it, prior to Timothy Lane becoming Deputy Governor of the Bank of Canada, he also worked at the IMF, International Monetary Fund, for a good 20 years. So yeah, there's a lot of connections behind the scenes that we probably won't get to see, but we've definitely got to keep that in mind. Anyways, I'm about to go pick up someone's order from little Pizza Hut, so I'll be right back. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Okay, so we are back and we've got some Indian food and some pizza in here. So yeah, about to dash to their doors. You guys know the vibes. You guys know how it be. So Yeah, what's this? A 10-minute drive, not terrible. All right, left up here. Okay, so where were we? We're talking about, we're talking about the Financial Times panel and how significant it is that Gilbert is bringing up all these things and these mentions of quant in front of pretty much the biggest names in not just crypto, but even TradFi. Like, yes, there were a lot of crypto companies and crypto projects there, like CZ, Changpeng Zhao of Binance. There was Sunny Liu from VeChain. There was the founder from SingularityNet. I can't remember his name, but that was a panel on AI and basically how that might interact with the future of finance. So I'll be sure to check that one out too. And honestly, I'm just gonna check any one of these that I find interesting, because we got into a $400 event for free. Might as well make the best of it, right? Unfortunately, we can't be publishing any of this content publicly, as we'd be breaking the Financial Times terms and agreements. Though I never actually paid. I don't know if that really applies to me. But you know what? I'm not really trying to get my ass sued. So for the sake of it, I'll be quoting some of the things they said, but I don't think we'll be getting any actual audio or visual clips out of it. Now, while we're on the topic of events, Vector Space AI, or Vector Space Biosciences, VXV, they are coming on to the Morningstar Investment Conference next month, on May 17th. So that'll be really exciting to keep an eye on, because the Morningstar Investment Conference will be massive. Like, some of their sponsors are guys like Fidelity, JP Morgan, BlackRock, and like, I did a bit of the math, and in that whole investment conference, there's a total of over $12 trillion in assets under management. Like, that is fucking ridiculous. There was over 22 million, actually, 22 trillion, because I know for a fact Fidelity and BlackRock alone make up more than like 15 trillion in AUM. So pretty fucking ridiculous, the amount of capital and authority within the financial markets that's going to be there. And having them get to watch a machine learning, natural language processing, correlation matrix data set company that also just so happens to operate in the crypto space, that pretty much allows for alpha generating gains through detecting real-time themes and events, is going to be massive, because something like this hasn't been offered to, well, something like this hasn't even been conceptualized yet, really. Like, I keep saying it, but the shit VXV is doing really sounds like something you'd hear out of like a movie or something, like a sci-fi movie. So that's going to definitely be really exciting to see, and see if there's any impact on that, because I think when they're all like, this isn't their first time performing at an investment conference. They also attended the trading show back in 2021, and Cajun Franks, the CEO of Vector Space Biosciences, he was on the same panel as the head of machine learning at JP Morgan. So that's definitely really interesting. And what makes Vector Space AI really unique, that I keep preaching, is that yes, they will disrupt the finance industry with their correlation matrix data sets, but they, where was I? They're predominantly focused on attacking the science and bioscience sectors, which is really unique. And, well, believe me when I say this, the health and bioscience industry will get disrupted by blockchain and DLT, even more so or as much, or if not even more so than finance already has and will. Because the things you can do with trustless verification, automation, and even SSIDs, well, self-sovereign DNA in the health industry, I guess, is going to be massive. And we're kind of seeing the start of this from projects like Vector Space AI, but then there's also Genico, that is a project developing on Constellation's hypergraph that will really redefine ownership and create like a Web3 based healthcare system for incentivized data sharing, pretty much. Well, incentivized health data sharing, which I think will be huge. You know, this is really making my drives a lot more entertaining. I know I'm just talking to myself, but I feel like you guys are really going to enjoy this, whether it be for the information I'm bringing or just how I'm presenting this, the kind of casual, laid-back vibes to it, or maybe you guys just like laughing at my road rage. But yeah, whatever you're here for, thank you for being here. So yeah, we've talked about some of the short-term events happening soon. There's also, I know, a couple crypto-related meetups that have happened over the past couple months. There was the NFT LA event that saw obviously a bunch of attention. It's LA, right? And then Bitcoin Miami, obviously. Don't think I gotta say too much about that, but the tale continues to follow that every time there's a Bitcoin Miami, we get a crash in price. And yeah, part of it is the whole buy the rumors, sell the news thing. But it's just been pretty interesting to see how that follows pretty well. So let's see, I'm gonna merge here. Okay, shit, what the fuck? Man, what are you doing? Okay. I don't know what that guy was doing. He was braking on a green light. Questionable. But, so yeah, aside from all those crypto events, which, oh shit, I'm not supposed to turn there. Which are obviously huge, and I honestly want to attend some of these actually, and maybe meet some of you guys there, because I feel like these events are really cool. They're further bringing community aspects and incentives into the crypto ecosystem, and really having not just content creators, but just anyone who's in this digital asset ecosystem to further contribute, participate, and further build out a network. Because I'm sure you can meet some really wonderful people there. So there was actually one by where I am at the moment. This was, I think it was an NFT event. It was in Banff, which is in Alberta, little province in Canada, in the prairies. Beautiful little town. I've been there to visit. They've got some nice sightseeing spots, nice tourism vibe stuff. But yeah, so once maybe when it's summer and stuff, I'll see if there's any of these crypto live events and hopefully attend them and get to see some of you guys there. And yeah, they are a little pricey, especially when it came to the Bitcoin event. I think I saw a ticket going for like $4,000. So that is a little steep when it comes to, again, a college kid's pockets. But hey, if it's for the community, I think it's worth it. But yeah, while we're speaking on steep pockets and stuff, tax season hasn't been so nice to me as expected. We owe a fair bit in taxes. Luckily, the parents are helping out with that a little bit, so got that going on for me. Really grateful for that. Just want to take a moment to really appreciate my parents and everything they've done. Without them, I don't think I'd be able to consistently create all this content and stuff. And while they're not fully supportive of it, they definitely do show their support and understand that aspect of entrepreneurship, which is something I feel like I've had in me for some time now. Because a little fun fact and backstory about me is, prior to this, about 2-3 years ago, my first take at kind of starting out my own little thing was starting out a clothing company. And that, that went on for a good 6 months or so before it shut down, partially because of the pandemic, but another part just because to run a business during your first year of college, the expenses are really high, and a lot of it is just trial and error, which just further adds to expenses. So you guys can see how those expenses eventually all added up, and on top of school and stuff, it was just too much at the time for me. And while I was really passionate about streetwear and still am to a certain extent, I just felt like it wasn't really a calling for me relative to what I'm doing now, where every morning I wake up, the first thing I do is, usually the first thing I do is get up, brush my teeth, get a cold shower, go for a quick workout. But in between that, it's interacting with you guys across all my content platforms, whether that be Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and just really further building out this community, interacting with you guys. It's really like a second family. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm grateful for it every single day. But so we have been parked down at this guy's house for a good 3 minutes or so now, so I should probably give them their order. I'll be right back. All right, we are back again. So on to our second delivery. It's pizza this time. Just dropped off a little bowl of curry. So where were we again? All right, I was talking about building this community up organically over time. I think that's how it should be done. Fuck all that get rich quick shit, or get rich quick, blow up overnight type shit. I'm really trying to build a community where I really value each and every one of you guys for being here and taking this journey with me. And I think in these next 5-10 years, it's going to be an exciting trip, and I really hope you guys continue to stay along and continue to grow together with me as we continue to grow, not just in knowledge, but physically, mentally, psychologically, and spiritually. You got to get stronger all together. It can't just be one, because that's what it means to evolve, right? And an idea I had while I was delivering around was to actually bring you guys out on these deliveries. So I'd be talking as I'm walking, but I don't really want to be seen as that crazy guy talking to himself over the phone. I know Crypto Mason, he likes to do that a lot. He goes on a lot of walks and just talks about crypto content, but I don't know. Huge respect to Crypto Mason though. I love what he does and kind of how realistic he is and his vision in understanding where this space is going. Okay, what the fuck, dude? Oh my god, this guy just... Okay. So this guy actually just pulled into the middle of the fucking intersection on a red light. I don't know what he was thinking. So yeah, had to wait for him to reverse back into a spot. Oh my god. Caused us to miss a light now. Typical. This is what it's like driving in Vancouver. But so yeah, I'm really excited to continue growing this community and ecosystem and further teaching you guys, well, further all learning together. And I tweeted about this yesterday, but I just want to reiterate it, and it's the fact that when you're learning about these digital assets and these distributed networks, you're not just learning about the tech behind it, but you're learning so much more. Like, for example, when you're studying vector space AI, you're not just studying VXV, you're studying biosciences. You're understanding how their model works. You're understanding gene particles, relationship networks, and pretty much how natural language processing works, and the concept of turning raw data and augmenting that into data sets where we can actually understand and put context into all this data. With Constellation, you're not just studying DAG, you're studying generative economics, you're studying federal contracts, how an SBIR contract moves along the progression with the US Department of Defense and just overall on the federal level. You're further understanding cybersecurity, the issues within our legacy IT infrastructures. When you're studying Alliance Block, you're studying FinTech, you're studying open finance, which has become huge over the past few years. You're studying laws and regulation. You're studying technology and how machine learning and AI technology can be integrated into finance. And then with LCX, you're learning about laws to a very high degree. Like, I've taken 1 or 2 law classes. I'm a second year economics and finance student, but taken a couple law classes just as electives, and honestly, most of the shit they teach you is like, okay, if this person is on your property under this rule, it's illegal, but under this rule, it is not illegal. It's very unapplicable stuff that really just doesn't fucking matter. Whereas I feel like when I'm researching LCX, I'm understanding all these laws about securities, the rules around securities, and then how the tokenization of these securities can work in a compliant manner relative to what we're seeing today with unregulated security tokens, like what we saw during that short little stint on Binance when they were offering Tesla coin or Coinbase coin. Oh fuck, we missed this guy's house, goddamn. Okay, so I'm gonna park you guys down here real quick. I'll be right back. Just dropping off 2 pizzas. Okay, and we are alright. Just did 2 deliveries. How much we making? We made $18.50 in our first 40 minutes or so working. Can't complain about that. That's about, let me do the math, 7.2% higher than the average minimum wage here in Canada, so can't really complain about that. So yeah, I am going to be measuring everything here in Canadian dollars. Normally I take the time to translate that to US dollars, as that kind of tends to be the standard at the moment for measuring crypto assets, given stablecoins are based in US dollars. But obviously we can't really do that while I'm driving. But just for a what's the word I'm looking for? Just to kind of give you guys a perspective, 1 Canadian or oh fuck, my phone fell. That's not good. Gotta pull over to the side. Oh my god, this is terrible. Okay, you guys still with me? Are we recording? Oh, hell yeah, we are. Fuck, I should not be stopped in the middle of the road. Fucking hell, dude. Okay. So our bootleg phone stand just fell. Oh my god, dude. More shit's falling. Okay. Okay, I think we are in a much better position now. So let's carry on. There we go. Get the VTEC kicking in. Y'all car guys will know what I'm talking about. Okay, so what are we talking about? Man, I forgot what we were talking about. Okay, let's switch it up a bit then. So, yeah, man, I completely forgot what we were talking about. That might happen a lot here, but yeah, just overall, when it really comes to the space, we just kind of got to be patient with how things are and really remember how market cycles play out and stuff. Bitcoin's already rose pretty much 10x from its lows of, well, no, it's rose way more than 10x. It's rose about, I think, a good like 25x or so from its bottoms during the COVID crash in March of 2020. So, and since then, it's just really only been like up only, especially those like initial couple months in, those latter months in 2020. So I think for now we might see a little bit more choppiness, bit more downturn. Don't got the chart on me, but from what I've seen, we've been trending in this little range for a bit. Bitcoin did kind of just come off a double top from its first peak at 64,000, and then the second peak in November that hit exactly 69,420. You tell me the market's not manipulated. But yeah, so I think it's reasonable to see a bit of a cool down and stuff. Some people are saying, no, these aren't the same returns we saw in 2013 and 2017. Well, I think we have to keep in mind that as this asset class continues to grow, not only is more capital pumped into it, increasing its market cap, which in return means that the return on investment now takes more capital to push upwards for it to move the same amount, because $100 billion going 2x, going to $200 billion, yes, that's a lot of money, but that's nothing relative to $1 trillion 2xing to $2 trillion. So yeah, we've really just got to keep that law of diminishing returns in mind, because over time we are going to see diminishing returns, but at the same time we see more stability. We don't see 70-80% market corrections anymore. I mean, yes, we are in a 50%-ish, we've come off about 50% off the top, but I mean, we don't see as much volatile movements anymore, and that's just how that's pretty much showing market maturity, in the sense that there's less volatile movements. And kind of the psychology behind that is, initially in the first run-up of 2013, the psychology behind why it ran up so hard was, well, financially it was just easy as hell to pump because the market cap was so small at the time. I don't even know what the market cap of Bitcoin was during 2013, but I know there were, like, if your coin at the time was above like $5 million in market cap, you were probably in like the top 10, top 20. Whereas today, if there's a coin $5 million in market cap, that is considered either a very low cap shit coin or a very low cap gem. So yeah, part of that is just because it takes so much more to pump these markets now, but the other part is because of the psychology and sentiment behind this market, because initially back in 2013, this space was seen as very skeptical beyond the skepticism we see today. Like, we didn't even know if Bitcoin was going to be around like in the next year, let alone all these other coins out there. Like, there were a bunch of other coins that just like don't exist today. There was a black coin, there was a white coin, there was a there were a lot of other really weird coins, but just things come and go over time, but a few did stay. For example, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ripple, Dogecoin, and there might be a couple others, but yeah, like the large majority just faded. And I mean, we're seeing that a bit less with some of these networks. A fair amount of projects actually did survive the 2018-2019 bear market. Not a ton, but better than the amount that we saw back from 2013. And that's just going to continue happening as the market matures, because people see the real value in this asset class far beyond just speculation now. They understand the underlying technology is here to stay. They understand the kind of incentivized ecosystem aspects and the financial and economic inclusion that such a technology can provide. And over time, it's just we're gonna continue seeing highs and lows like this. Obviously, that's just with every market cycle. But what we're gonna see more of is just stability with these markets. Like, for example, you see in legacy markets, the Nasdaq, the S&P, the Dow Jones. Those don't move too much in a day. They move like, I don't know, 1% move in the S&P is considered quite a move. And I don't think we'll get to that point in crypto where there's just like near zero volatility, but we are going to see less of these 1000x returns and stuff. And of course, a large part that plays into that is leverage, which has been a huge concern across various jurisdictions. Because these offshore exchanges like the KuCoins, the Binances, the Gate.ios, they're offering fucking like, I mean, at one point they were offering 125x leverage. And I'm sure you guys can see the overall financial and systemic risks that can cause to retail investors. So yeah, that was a big problem. And from what I've heard, they've cleaned up a bit of that. Holy shit, dude. Put your fucking signal on if you're gonna turn. Oh my god. That's right, guys. If you're gonna turn your turn signal on, because that signifies to other drivers that you're gonna be turning, so they should be slowing down rather than having everyone else behind you having to slam the fucking brakes. Okay, so we're not getting any deliveries at the moment, unfortunately. I think why are we almost, what? We have 1 bar of service. I don't get why. We are in the middle of the city. But yeah, we got to get a little bit of gas real quick. We are down to 2 bars. So gonna head to a gas station real quick and do that. And just some of the other stuff I've got planned coming up. I've been doing a fair bit of quant deep dives lately, and large part of that is because you guys see me running around all these different ecosystems, doing breakdowns, deep dives, whatevers, and another order. Let's go. $10. Let's fucking go. Another. Why would you give me oh my fucking god, how do I even get there? Okay, we're gonna try taking a turn down here. Dude, that was not the move. That was not the move. Okay, we'll find our way there, but what I was saying is I'm running around all these ecosystems trying to break stuff down for you guys and trying to really create digestible content for everyone, because a rule I really live by and kind of swear by when I make this all this content is that I heard a while back from a very good buddy and mentor of mine that if you can't explain something to a 5-year-old and have them understand it, you probably don't understand it well enough yet. So that's why I try to really break all these networks and ecosystems down as simply as possible, so that it doesn't matter who you are. You could be a full stack developer, or you could be I don't know, just another normal millennial or zoomer like myself, who maybe doesn't have the deepest background in technology. Or you could even be a boomer, someone from a previous generation who didn't get to grow up around all this technology and still kind of to a certain extent understand what is happening. Because I feel like that's really important. When we talk about crypto, we talk about inclusion and having an asset class for everyone. Well, to have it really become an asset class for everyone, I think everyone needs to properly understand what is happening. And to do that, you need to be explaining content in a way, bringing content through information provided in a way that is easily digestible and understood regardless of what your background is. And I guess another part of that is a language barrier. Unfortunately, I can't really be doing that. Maybe one day as our community grows, I can build a team around some build a team and further expand with maybe some of the guys from the community from other parts of the world who know other languages, so we can get more of this information out regardless of any, and kind of just take out that aspect of language barriers. Because at the moment, obviously I'm doing all these in English. If anyone wants, I could do these in Chinese. But aside from that, I don't really offer any other languages. I know very minimal amounts of Japanese, a couple words in French and Spanish. But yeah, I think for now, we'll stick to English exclusive content. Just fucking drop their phone again. Oh my god. Okay, clumsy ass token. But yeah, we're about to pick up an order and get some gas. Catch you guys in a minute. Okay, and we are back. We just picked up another order. Where is this order actually? It's not too far from here. It's a little 7-minute drive. Hopefully we can get this order done and then get some gas, cause need some gas. Yeah. It's rough when gas prices are high and gas fees are also high. Really fucks you over both in real life and in the digital asset space. Oh, awesome. There's a gas station right up here. Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's pull into this gas station. I don't have to go and find another gas station later. Okay, what's it gonna be? Another $50 down the drain. It's another half a quant there. Oh my fucking god. That is a terribly placed speed bump, dude. Okay, I will be right back, guys. Okay, what's up everyone? We are back. We have a near full tank of gas now. Oh shit. Oh wow, I didn't know you could record with your phone off. That is cool. I'm trying out voice memos for the first time ever today. Seems to be working pretty well so far. But yeah, so just got some gas. Okay, our tank is about 75% full, up from about 10-15% full, so can't complain about that. I did some of the math for you guys. So here in Canada we go by liters. I know you guys in the US go by gallons, so a liter here is $1.99 per liter, so about $2 Canadian. So what's that in US dollars? I'm kidding, I don't want to do the math. But yeah, so per gallon, I did the math, it is about 5 $5.85 per gallon for prices here. So I know some of you guys down in SoCal and stuff are seeing $7 a gallon, so maybe I shouldn't be complaining. But yeah, so we are going on to our third delivery now. Been talking a bit about the overall markets, the market conditions, some of the news that's been happening. Overall, pretty exciting stuff going on. Let's see. I think some of the things I'm most excited for coming up are just seeing more of these projects continue to develop, and a couple things I've been really focused on lately, like markets wise and even accumulating wise, is well, actually, ever since I've seen my taxes, I haven't really been buying much whatsoever, if at all. Been just trying to save up and pay the tax man, because unlike the US, here in Canada, we do not have tax extensions, which I don't know. So I don't get why we don't have them. Like, it's fucking stupid. Kind of pisses me off. But yeah, back to the point. So some of the stuff I've been looking at is Morpheus Network. I've been looking a lot at. I've recently just put a YouTube video out on that too, breaking it down. Their supply chain middleware DLT, and what that pretty much means is that they are easily integratable and interoperable with our legacy supply chain infrastructures, so they don't gotta basically start over new and build everything on the blockchain layer. UPS could integrate Morpheus Network and then just have it connect into their current system, which creates a digital twin of the supply chain. But I'm not gonna break down Morpheus Network again here because I don't want to waste your guys' time, but yeah, I've been looking at Morpheus Network a lot, and one of my goals right now is to accumulate for a couple of those master nodes, because those will be revenue-based nodes. That's a very rare concept. Most nodes are based on an APY, APR. So what's really exciting about that is that, well, think of the amount of transactional volume that flows through the supply chain and logistics industry. Their packages are pretty much being exchanged constantly, which in return means documents. Documents on Morpheus Network aren't physical paper documents. They are paper documents, kind of following like the MLETR initiative from the UN Situal. So what that means is that per every paper document, there needs to be a notarization fee paid in MNW tokens as an automation service fee. So that's just one part of the supply chain process. So you guys can kind of imagine over time, as that accrues, how much value is going to be locked into this supply chain middleware that's connected to things like UPS, DHL, FedEx, Perlator, Swift, Ripple. I could go on. So yeah, Morpheus Network I've been looking a lot at. It's a supply chain based project I'm very bullish on, and as it is a native Canadian project, you guys know I gotta show my support. I'm kidding. Don't be investing in projects just because they're from your local country. That could go wrong in a lot of ways. But hey, if it is a good project and it comes from your home country, why not? So just some of the other things I've been kind of looking at. Obviously been looking to continue DCing in the quant. Been buying since about $30 or so, and I don't plan to stop for the next little bit. I think bit of a funny story. I first started accumulating quant around $30. At first I said, okay, people seem really bullish on this project, so I'm just gonna like throw a little bit in. So I bought about like, I think 10-15 quants, and I was like, okay, I'll call it here and just swing trade the bag. And then as I started to dive deeper and deeper, I did not want to let go of that bag. I was like, I don't know if I should swing trade it. This might be a pretty good long-term hold. And that went from becoming, that might be a pretty good long-term hold, to I should buy a bit more quant. And then eventually that went to, you know what, let's reposition our portfolio a bit and add more quant. So we did that, and then it got to, okay, you're gonna stop at 69 quant and that's it. That didn't stop. So then we kept on accumulating for a couple more months. Quant was still trading around the $30-$40 stablecoin range, as that was a big running meme in the community at the time. And then, we got to, the three digit quants. And at that point, once we hit 3 digits, I was kind of like, okay, dude, you've really got to stop now. You should like look at some other projects and stuff. And I did listen to myself a bit this time, slowed down a little on the quant maxi purchasing, but haven't slowed down entirely. But obviously since then we've diversified into other ecosystems. Not many projects or networks have really made me feel that way since. I'd say Constellation gives me a similar feeling in seeing the scale of what they're doing, but I don't know, I think it's just something about quant, something the way Gilbert Verdian presents it, the way they not exactly market it, but kind of bring it into the finance industry is just super unique. And obviously what they offer is just absolutely disruptive. So we are at the next requested deliveries house. So I'm gonna drop that off real quick and be right back. Hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. We are back. Okay, I've got to stop saying that because I feel like that's definitely gonna get a little redundant saying we are back every time I finish a delivery. But okay, we are at $30 on the hour at the moment. That is pretty fucking solid for my standards. I know a lot of you guys are probably making well above that per the hour, but as a DoorDash driver, I cannot complain at the moment. Though I can complain about this terrible traffic. My goodness. Okay, so, I keep forgetting what we've been talking about. We were talking about, what I've been doing lately. So accumulating a lot of quant, before taxes hit, I was accumulating a lot of quant, a bit of Morpheus. Something else I've been looking a lot at is SingularityNet. They are creating a decentralized AI marketplace for a bunch of things. So they have like AI voice generators, voice to text generators. They've got like AI photo editing type stuff. A lot of other like artificial intelligence based products. It's a pretty cool project. They initially were built on ERC20, but have since moved to Cardano ADA, which has made me a little skeptical. I don't know, ADA is, to me, at times it just seems like a lot of unfilled promises and not much evidence to show for what they've done. Like, they were like top 3 in market cap at one point, and it's just like, what do you guys have to really offer? And I don't know, I don't like shitting on other networks and stuff, but it's just, I think to be a top 3 to 5 project, you at this point in the market, at the very least, you need to have some sort of adopted ecosystem to a certain extent, where you're seeing utilization of that ecosystem and actual demand for it. And I don't know, I don't really see that with Cardano at the moment. Like, I haven't really ever heard anyone say, yo, check out this new DeFi protocol that's on Cardano, or like, man, check out this fucking sick new NFT mint that's coming on Cardano. I don't know. I've heard people say like, yeah, I've been staking my Cardano, and like that's really about it. And like, I don't know, as I've said, I don't like shitting on other crypto networks. I believe that we are, oh my fucking god, dude, I dropped my phone again. Fucking just sit still, dude. Okay, sit the fuck still. It looks like you're pretty solid right now. But yeah, I don't know. I obviously have preferred networks and a preferred ecosystem, but at the end of the day, I believe crypto as a whole is a single ecosystem, and we should all be hoping for the success of this asset class as a whole, not just a single project. I do not believe in maximalism. I think maximalism is very backwards thinking, and even at times, well, toxic many times, because it really gives you that tunnel vision to where you don't see other innovations, or even if you do see them, you brush it off because of the bias and tribalistic nature you have to that to whatever network or ecosystem that is your favorite. Like, for example, you guys all know I love Quant, I love DAG, I love Unison, love LCX, Morpheus Network, Alliance Block, Vector Space AI, XDC. But if there's another project that shows some promise with actual utility, a team with some decent experience and connections to it, some decent partners and connections within the underlying company or project itself, and actual like future utility and potential, well, I'm not just gonna brush it off. I'm gonna look into it and stuff. And like, that's how I found Morpheus Network. Morpheus Network wasn't connected to that ecosystem of Quant, DAG, LCX, Unison, ALBT I always talk about. But when I saw them, I was like, okay, well, it seems kind of interesting. They're working within the supply chain industry, so let's take a deeper dive and see what differs them from, say, like VeChain, which is a very popular crypto project in the supply chain industry. And well, when I first checked it out, I was like, okay, this is cool. It's a middleware DLT platform that's easily interoperable and integratable to legacy supply chain infrastructure. And I'm sorry if I am rambling on a lot about Morpheus Network this episode, but I don't know, it just seems to keep coming up as of today. But yeah, and I'm really grateful I actually took the time to dive into it, because if I didn't, I never would have known they're so closely tied together with if I never dove into them, I never would have known about the International Supply Chain Education Alliance, nor would I have known about the UNC Fact, who works with Unicitral, who of course created the MLATR initiative that's being pushed by the ITFA in their DSI and DNI initiatives that, of course, XDC Zinfin is a part of, in addition to some of their ecosystem. So yeah, you guys saw how I just connected those dots just now, and it's really like, I really think you can do it with anything. It's like, I think about this concept a lot, but oh god. Alright, so here's another fun fact about me. I have a really bad habit of talking too fast, and from talking too fast, my mouth gets real dry, and then that causes me to cough and choke a bit at times. Yeah. So you guys kind of just heard that happen just now. But yeah, so like, what I'm referring to with Morpheus is that like, they are completely separated from the usual ecosystem I talk about, yet, well, not completely separated, but they were like a pretty alienated project from what I was talking about. And if I had never taken time to research them because of my maximalism in the certain ecosystem I have so much faith in, well, I would have never learned about a crypto asset with such a unique tokenomic to where 100% of the circulating supply is already out, with the team only holding about like 25-30% of the tokens, that at the same time also have a case for a supply shock because of their nodes requiring you to lock up MNW tokens, and these nodes happen to be revenue sharing nodes. Like, holy shit. Like, I'm so fucking happy I'm not a maximalist, because that is not something I'd want to miss out on. And I just want to say, while we're on this dive, that I'm having a lot of fucking fun doing this. Just, I guess, talking to myself, knowing that you guys are gonna hear this later and hopefully enjoy it and get something good out of it, like with all my content. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing more of these, and I think it's gonna be a pretty exciting summer of door dashing. But so yeah, we are currently in the heart of downtown, trying to pick up an order. Not getting any orders at the moment. Come on, we are in the heart of downtown. It's 7:30. People want their dinner. It's about to start raining. Please stop raining. Another fun fact, I really hate the rain, guys. It's been a very a long time dislike of mine. I don't know, big fan of the sun, summer. It's my favorite season. Always been a pretty outdoorsy guy. If you guys didn't know, outside of crypto, my other passions include, finding ways to make money, so entrepreneurship. But then also, I've been playing basketball since I was, I've been playing since I was about 8, but competitively since I was 13, 14. Well, playing seriously since I was about 13 or 14. And that's been a very big part of my life and shaping who I am today. I think playing basketball and the competitive nature of it has really driven me to having a work ethic that's definitely shown over the course of my crypto career already in creating content, and just the consistency and pushing a narrative behind it. And it's also definitely helped me in maturing and realizing how you need to work cooperatively, and that being a one-man show can only get you so far. And that was a really big lesson for me, because once I, putting it in basketball terms, once I learned how to play with a team, I realized just how, I guess in a sense, how much better that makes everything overall. Like, when you're doing well, when you're playing well and your teammates are playing well, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate this to even video games, where when you're playing good and your teammates playing good, it's like, that's when it's really fun. And I don't know, I think that's what really swayed me away from the whole tribalism maximalism. That's part of what really swayed me away from the whole tribalism and maximalism kind of environment. Fuck, there's a cop right beside me. Oh my god. I'm not really doing anything wrong, I don't think. I don't know. It's never a nice vibe driving next to a cop. But damn, we are not getting any orders at the moment. This is kind of whack. freelance projects is something that I've been really trying to do, or recently trying to do. For example, Genico. This is a project I'm very bullish on. I heard about this very early when their white papers somehow got leaked to a few members before it was supposed to. So I read about that, and I was hooked right away, pretty much. It is now public. You guys can go on their website and read their white paper, and their website, I think, is genico.co. So that's JENNYCO.co. And just one moment. Genico. So Genico is a Web3 health-based company. Well, Genico is a Web3 decentralized healthcare data kind of company, and basically what they're looking to do is create, allow everyone to sort of have their own self-sovereign healthcare data and kind of be able to take ownership of it. And what that allows is a lot more ease within the process of healthcare and data, because now you can take your data anywhere around the world and you don't have to carry a bunch of paper documents and shit, because now it's all tokenized. Pretty much it's tokenized healthcare data. And the incentive behind this is, oh my god, dude, what the fuck? Okay, wait, I'm driving the wrong way. Okay, but what incentivizes users onto this application is that they can provide their tokenized healthcare data, and companies can use that data to do research and development experiments or just study it, and you will get incentivized in tokens doing so. And that creates that's a lot of innovation, not just in the healthcare markets, well, not the healthcare and science industry, but also in just kind of the fact that they can now test, let's say, a new medicine or something on someone, and they can test a new medicine or something, and it doesn't have to be like on a lab rat or like a physical human patient. They can do it like through a computer, through pretty much genetic sciences, which has been growing huge from some companies like CRISPR and a lot of overall genetic labs. Like that's kind of what vector space AI is kind of looking at too. Oh my god, got stuck behind a learning driver. That is kind of rough. Okay. Alright, we're good. So yeah, I think healthcare will be really huge. Genico, I've been looking at for some time now. I've actually been saving up a nice bag of stables just to hopefully get a nice bag of this early on. Something else I've been looking at is just more of the XDC ecosystem overall and kind of what they've been doing. So some of the stuff isn't stuff you can invest in yet, but just kind of things like TradeFinex, Inigio, something else I've been meaning to look at sometime soon is WadsPay. I really don't know too much about it yet. I really don't know much about it, but I've been seeing a lot of good things about it being posted on crypto Twitter by some really respectable people. So something I do plan to check out sometime soon. And I know it has affiliations to both XDC and Algorand, which are both very great networks in their own ways. XDC being a hybrid network for both the benefits of a permission blockchain, but also having the transparency of a public one. And kind of what Algorand offers is their peer proof of stake and how they kind of solve it through randomization within their algorithm. But Jesus, what is happening? But so yeah, WatsPay, really exciting to look at. And I should also mention those two are also they both also just happen to be ISO 2200 compliant, which of course means they're going to be compliant and integratable, exchangeable between legacy infrastructure when everything migrates over into ISO 2200, which I guess already has been happening, just slowly over time, but the full adoption of that is going to kick in real soon. And when that happens, I think we'll see I think it'll be like an accelerated push into some of these other ISO-based projects. What? Man, are you oh my god. Crazy. Don't just stand there if you're not going to cross the road. What the hell? Some people just want to watch the world burn. Okay, but yeah, so excited to look into WadsPay. Some of the content I plan to be pushing out soon. I plan to make a quant deep dive. I've been talking about that for a bit, both a Medium and a YouTube one. I have leaked a little bit of the Terramoon exclusive I did in my show Tea Time with Token, where I basically go into deep dives every Monday at 12 p.m. PST, and that's actually free to join for anyone who wants to join. All you have to do is join the Terramoon Discord, which I'll link below. What the fuck am I seeing? There is... Yo, what? So, there's this, like, local mall I'm driving by right now, and they've set up a whole ass Ferris wheel and a roller coaster. What the hell? That's crazy. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Maybe I'll have to go check that out after work. Actually, no. I'd rather buy quants. Yeah. I will take more quants over a roller coaster ride any day. You know, like, roller coasters are, like, kind of fun and all, but they just don't really give me that thrill, because I know it sounds kind of crazy or kind of fucked, but you know you're not gonna... You know you're gonna be safe in the roller coaster, so it's not... There's not any point of, like, oh my god... Yeah, I don't know. I never really fucked with the roller coasters too much. But, so yeah. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. You're gonna make us miss the light. You missed the light. You missed the light. Fuck you, man. Oh my god. But yeah, aside from the quant deep dives, which yeah, one will be a Medium article, another will be a YouTube. Oh right, we're talking about the Terramoon exclusive. So the Terramoon exclusive, I leaked a part of it onto YouTube. And basically what it's talking about is, well, check it out if you haven't, because we went pretty in depth into some CBDC projects such as Project Helvetia and Project Eura, which are both heavily affiliated with the Bank of International Settlements, SIX Group, which obviously also operates the Swiss Interbank Clearing System, the Swiss Exchange, and of course the Swiss Digital Exchange, which we know has ties with Quant. So yeah, we talked about that, kind of what these projects did, and then we also went over some projects, some CBDC projects that MIT is affiliated with, that we know Quant is obviously working with and in pretty close talks with in their ODAP proposal. So those guys would be the Bank of England, the Bank of Canada, and the US Federal Reserve, which is all huge because, as we said earlier on, Gilbert was talking on a panel with the Deputy Governor of the Bank of Canada. What is this order? McDonald's for $10? I wouldn't usually take McDonald's orders, but $10, yeah, I'll take it. Let's fucking go. That's bad speed bump. But what are we talking about? So yeah, we went over Project Eura, Project Helvetia, Bank of Canada, England, US Fed, all working with MIT, and then yeah, that was pretty much it for what we. Oh, and also of course SIA and Nexi, their merger, and them working with the digital euro, and kind of how Quant's partnership could fit into that. And then the Digital Pound Foundation, which is a private sector consortium of fintech companies that are working to create, to tokenize the pound. And then, of course, LACchain, which a very impressive partnership. They've managed to, in a single partnership, connect all of Latin America and build the Latin American dollar. So I'll leave it at there just for now. I'm grabbing an order at McDonald's. I'll be right back. Okay, what is up, guys? We are back. I said I'd stop saying that. Okay, that was the last time I'll be saying that. Damn, stay still. I'm trying to stay still so I don't drop you guys again. Oh, fuck. Okay, so I think we were talking about Quant with CBDCs, and then okay, so yeah, let's pick it up from there. So yeah, I was talking about some Quant and CBDCs. Showed some on the Terra Moon exclusive, put it on the YouTube for you guys to see kind of just what goes on behind the scenes. And I'm not really trying to shill it out, but I don't know, I feel like you guys know how I go about these projects. I wouldn't shill you guys a scam or a rug or anything like that. I only invest in projects that I actually see a future potential in, and usually by future potential I mean a minimum, at the very least, a 2 to 3 year outlook. And so it goes the same way when I'm choosing who I work with, because I wouldn't work with, like, what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of scummy Discord groups out there, and a lot of them don't know what they're doing, and in a bull market they'll make money, but in a bear market they don't know what the fuck's going on. All that happens in those group chats during a bear market is that people are just quiet. And what I've learned from Brian, the founder of Terramoon, is that, well, first off, he knows his shit. Like, again, not trying to shill and kind of persuade you guys to come in here and saying it's like essential to succeed in this market, but even in a bear market, in a downturn like this, we've been profiting quite well, and that's because Brian understands how to play two sides of the market. He knows when to go long, when to go short, when it's too indecisive, so you should just be sitting with dry powder, ready to move with the trend. So not only that, but he's a very well business thinking kind of guy, in the sense that he doesn't want Terramoon to just be a Discord group or a trading group or a kind of like known for technical analysis only. And that's largely the reason why I kind of came on board. It's because we're really trying to become that kind of crypto academia where we can teach people, like, we can basically be a school, a library of crypto, but also be a community of pretty much, well, online friends that where we all learn and grow together and have all these sorts of events. Dude, what? No parking here? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Damn, that's whack. That is whack. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Okay. Where am I supposed to park? Okay. Let's park here. Are we gonna fit? Okay, but yeah, what I was saying about Terramoon is that we're really trying to become sort of a crypto academia, to where we will teach people not just technical but fundamental stuff, which is kind of why I have my show Tea Time with Token. And of course, I don't know if this has been brought up yet, or brought up to public yet, but I have hosted a second show on there, which is Terra Links with Token, and pretty much we're taking even deeper dives, and you guys basically get to see my personal progressive mind map in a very 3D graph sort of view, along with kind of what I do on a day-to-day basis to navigate through these markets. So that one is unfortunately a members only one, but with that said, I do currently have an order that I'm about to deliver, so I'll catch you guys in a minute. Okay, so we did one other delivery, but I forgot to hit the record button, so that was pretty unfortunate. Wasn't too deep of a dive or anything. I kind of just went over and talked about how like the essential. Oh my god, my phone fell again. Fuck. Sorry for that, guys. I'm gonna make sure to edit that out. Probably wasn't pleasant to the ears. But yeah, we talked about how essential it is to have a long-term view, and to just kind of remember that even during times like this, when prices are kind of boring and everything, and nobody's really interested in these markets, that's when you should be most interested, because that's when you should be connecting those dots, see what foundation and infrastructure has already been laid, and accumulate those projects and further learn on them, see who they're connected to, study who they're connected to, and then see what do those people who they're connected to think of this space overall. And when I'm talking about who they're connected to, I'm talking to I'm talking about Fortune 500 companies, government entities, global international organizations, all those types of things. And we're driving around the Ferris wheel again. It doesn't look like it's operating, actually. Oh my god, that is a tight yellow light. Oh, okay. We get a nice view at the amusement park. Yeah, so it's essential to really dig deep during these bear... Whoa, that dude just ran a fucking... Dude, what the hell? Crazy. Ben's pretty much just ran a red light. But yeah, it's very important to have that long-term view, because during these times in the bear markets is when it's pretty much... There's a saying that goes, bull markets make you money, but bear markets are what builds wealth. And what it means by that is, yes, bull markets is when everything's going up, and that's when you're taking profits, making money, realizing profits. But during a bear market is when you're seeing where the market is moving, trying to prepare for that next big move up, and seeing what's most likely to have the most amount of future potential, and in return, future return on investments. So that's a big part into why it's so important to have that long-term view and understand that there's market cycles. Markets are going to move up and then they're going to move down, and you need to be paying attention at both, because this market moves fast. I mean, I don't know if some of you guys might have seen this statistic, but it took crypto a good, I think 12 years or so to hit a $1 trillion market cap, which happened just recently, well, not just recent, just last year. And to go 2x that, to go to a $2 trillion market cap, it took 90 days. Like, that is fucking ridiculous. So 12 years to get to 1 trillion aggregate market cap within the crypto markets, and then in just 90 days another trillion. That is ridiculous. So yeah, crypto is growing very exponentially, and Raoul Pal, a very popular person within the crypto and TradFi scene, global macro investor, founder, and Real Vision. Very well respected guy. Shout out to Raoul Pal. But he has stated multiple times that crypto is the fastest growing technology in all of recorded human history. And the only one behind, or the other disruptive technology behind them was none other than the internet, which grew at 63% a year. And Raoul actually did the calculations and took the total number of crypto wallets and put that on a chart against the total amount of internet users back when they were at around the same numbers, and crypto is growing at 113%. That is double what... Well, that's almost double what the internet was growing at. And I mean, we've seen how big the internet has grown. And a lot of people are arguing, yeah, well, a lot of these people are just creating wallets and treating it as none other than an investment. And while that's partially true, a lot of times, at the end of the day, even if you see it as an investment, you are a token holder. When you are a token holder, you are part of that token economy. So even people who only see this as an investment, they're still playing a role within the whole Internet of Value aspect and the whole token holder, incentivized token holding aspect of crypto. And so it's a really beautiful thing. It's a network effect essentially, and it leads me to my next point, which I want to bring up. We talk about network effects a lot. I want to talk about something a little different, and that's butterfly effects. Well, the butterfly effect. I don't know if people say butterfly effects, but for those who aren't aware, what a butterfly effect is pretty much every small action will lead to a large future reaction. So what that could mean is, for example, if you went back in time and you, I don't know, let's say push this one guy over and then traveled back forward in time, there's a chance that we might not have cars, or the so a butterfly effect essentially is when a small action leads to a much larger chain of future reactions down the line. So for example, when say someone goes time traveling back to the early 1900s, and they let's say they travel back to the early 1900s and they make every single bet because they know how the stock market moved back then from history, and they're now rich. Well, they were rich throughout their lives. Well, the potential for a butterfly effect is that potentially crypto could have never been invented. And I know that's taking it a bit extreme, and some of you are thinking like, what the fuck? Token, that makes no sense. How does that lead to that? Well, there's a movie called The Butterfly Effect. If you guys want to check it out, I don't really think I can link it down in the description below, but 123 Movies is a pretty good site for all the free movies. This is not a free sponsor. This is not a paid shill or sponsor. But so there's that, the butterfly effect, every small action leading to a large future reaction. And so that definitely shows in the crypto markets, because, well, not markets, but just crypto ecosystem. Because when we see, let's say, Ethereum, or let's start off with this. It started off with Bitcoin. And then what happened with Bitcoin? Well, such a small, simple idea. Just electronic internet money. That's essentially what the ethos of Bitcoin was at the time. Look what crypto has become today. This is far from just electronic internet money. Like, we're seeing fucking metaverses being built out. We're seeing play to earn gaming. We're seeing AI, big data, and I mean, let alone even smart contracts, right? Like, that at the time would have been almost like fucking crazy to even think about when Bitcoin was first conceptualized. And that just goes to show how, like, one small idea from whoever Satoshi Nakamoto is has given birth to this whole asset class, but also the underlying technology in blockchain itself, which of course is part of what makes crypto so, well, one of the underlying factors of what makes crypto so valuable is blockchain and DLT. And, well, besides just the asset class, it's also come with the whole idea of DeFi, decentralized finance, where you can pretty much be your own bank and not have to rely on a third-party bank, commercial bank, to store your funds in. And you can still transact and go about your daily lives nowadays because of the adoption in crypto we've already seen in crypto-backed debit cards and collateralized loans. So it's really a beautiful thing, yeah. And I don't know, I think sometimes we really take it for granted that we get an opportunity to see we pretty much all saw the birth of this ecosystem. Like, I'm sure everyone listening to this was already alive by already alive and conscious of what kind of was happening around the world to a certain extent when Bitcoin initially came out in 2008 or 2009. So to get the chance to participate in this and take part in the growth of it is just, I don't know, the thought of it is pretty crazy. And oftentimes many people do take it for granted that, oh, no, holy fuck. Okay, we get a bad speed bump and you guys have went flying. I am about to pull over and why am I even talking? I don't even know if you guys can hear me. You guys are on the other side of the car right now. Oh, I'm going to pull that e-brake up. Okay, I think I need a better phone magnet. Okay, ooh, wow. One almost came off the stand that time. Okay, things should be a little bit better now. Okay, we are 1 minute away from our destination. Oh man, I wonder how long I've been talking by now. I guess I'll see. I think the good thing about this is I can probably put these together for you guys real easily just because there's not all too much I have to do. I just gotta take these off from my phone, upload them to my laptop, and then go to my video editing software, put them all together, and boom, we got a Spotify podcast right there. Obviously, I gotta put in the introductions and everything. You guys know the vibes. So, yeah. Nice little extra volume of content gonna be coming in for sure, and hopefully you guys will find it to be good quality, because I mean, having consistent content is definitely good, but having consistent content that isn't consistent in terms of quality isn't good. So yeah, we gotta make sure I gotta make sure you guys are enjoying this, so definitely let me know and give me some feedback. I know the
customer requested you leave the order.
The audio might not be the best.
Additional instructions are provided in the Dasher app.
Yeah, maybe one day, maybe someday in the summer, I'll install a mic in my car, and then we can have nice crisp audio as you guys hear me driving and monologuing pretty much. But okay, we are at our destination, so I will be right back. Okay, what is up, guys? It is about 9 p.m. Yeah, 9 p.m. just about now, and about how many deliveries have we done? Let's take a look. We have done, it doesn't actually tell us how many deliveries we've done, but there is a promo going on for delivery drivers around my area till 9:30, so we got another half hour for an extra $3 per delivery, so can't be skipping out on that. That's a bit, that's what is that? It's about $7.50 minimum per delivery, and that's if they don't tip. And people have been decent about tipping around here lately, so luckily that's not too much of a concern. But yeah, so I'm gonna probably work till this little promo ends. We gotta drive back to a hot zone because we are out in the fucking movies right now. We are right by the we're pretty much by the sea, so yeah. Gotta drive back into town. Know how it be. Okay, so where did we leave on? I think we were talking about how fast this market moves, a bit of Raoul Pal's charting, and then just the long-term view you gotta have. And I preach it over and over, but we keep seeing people that are getting gradually fudded out, and it's like, dude, like, you weren't thinking like this when price was going up 10-20% a day, even though development was way below what's happening right now right now compared to back then. And it's like, you gotta remember, like, this is a long-term game. Like, these utility projects, they're not gonna just blow up overnight. It's gonna be a long process. It's gonna be, for a lot of these, regulations kick in, and then shitcoins get flushed, and then exchanges are regulated, and then people begin and then institutions begin going into these regulated projects because they want to have a sense of security, and not in the sense that they're holding a security, but in the sense that they know they don't have to worry about regulations coming after them and what that might do to the price. So that's a big part of why we choose these regulated, connected projects to study rather than your pseudo-anonymous DeFi protocol that's offering 69,000% APY a year. That's offering 69,000% APY. So, yeah, I don't know. I definitely sleep better at night knowing I'm holding a token that is being used by agencies within the U.S. Department of Defense, and also seen as a contributor to multiple blockchain organizations based out of consortiums. So that to me makes me feel a lot more secure and able to kind of put my phone down during some days and just take a full break from the market, knowing stuff's not going to go anywhere. And well, if it does go anywhere, say it goes down, it's going to come back up, and if it goes up, well, I mean, we don't really got to worry about it going up, right? But so yeah, that's why we study these regulated projects, not projects that are crossing the line between a security or ones that would breach a bunch of KYC, AML, and border control, if you will, type of projects. And so I think because of that, we can definitely relax a lot more, knowing that in the long term, things will play its course. Eventually regulations will step in. That's the inevitable. And if anyone tells you different, they are completely out of it. Because if this market is to be truly adopted, we need regulations and standards coming in. Because how often do you hear people say, like, the common FUD, people saying, oh yeah, but people are just gonna, like, the governments are just going to ban crypto, they're just going to make their own Bitcoin. Well, okay, first off, I guess that's not a very valid point. You can't make another Bitcoin. I mean, yes, they could mint another token. Like, I know Miami has their Miami coin, and I think New York, I don't know if New York's launched their coin, but that's aside from the point. What I'm trying to say is that other countries can and will make their own coin. It makes sense. It's in a sense tokenizing GDP. I think eventually we could get to that, where each country tokenizes their gross national product every year. Well, no, every country tokenizes their tokenized. Wow. Okay, we might. Every country tokenizes their annual GNP. Every country tokenizes their GNP, gross national product. Yeah, so I think in the long term we could definitely see that, because that incentivizes investing in your own pretty much home country to further advance the whatever the country is beyond just like paying taxes. Because if you think about it, this is kind of paying tax on steroids, and not in the bad sense, but in the incentivized ecosystem sense. Because if instead of a tax system where you just pay the government money and you get nothing in return, what if when you pay taxes, say maybe the more taxes you paid, well, so instead of this current tax system, what we have is a token for every country that represents its GNP, which of course would include government expenditure, which is where our taxes are going. So if instead of saying, hey, you earned X amount of income this year, this is how much you have to pay back in taxes, why not have a system where it's like, hey, you made this much amount of income this year, you need to buy X token and you can either choose to sell it or hold it as collateral, and that token is incentivized as part of a country, pretty much a country's production and its economic state. So obviously this is a very heavy speculative and far-fetched thought, and I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't make sense. I'm kind of just like going along with the flow at the moment, but I've never even really thought about this idea. But I think it kind of makes sense how if instead of paying taxes, you buy up this other token as collateral, or maybe when you pay the taxes, you get that other token as collateral, and that token represents sort of your share in your capital contribution to your country. And the incentives behind it could be like maybe occasional stimulus give outs where it's not from the country printing money, but it's from the country's production going up and them profiting from trade from import and exports and other sorts of innovations within industries. So I think that would create for a lot more incentivized innovation for supporting your native country, and I think that'd be really cool to see, honestly. Man, we are not getting any orders. This is rough. Oh my god. We're almost back down to half gas. Didn't they say inflation was transitory? Come on, man. This isn't just inflation, but this is devaluation of currency. And pretty much what that means is the denominator is getting weaker pretty much, because everything is divided in the US dollar, right? Well, when the US dollar gets weaker, well, that means everything else on the numerator on top becomes essentially larger, because, well, not on the numerator, but at the end of the equation, because now you're, because pretty much how it works is like bread divided by US dollar, right? It's like $2 for one loaf of bread. But the reason behind that is because we've printed so much money over the past 2 years because of COVID, and not just the US this time like it was in 2008, but every country had to print money because that was the only way to stimulate the economy and artificially prop it up, because there was no inflow of capital, no cash flow whatsoever. Because so I'm supposed to get an advanced left light turn. What the hell? Okay, but back to the point. Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, right. Okay, so because they had to artificially stimulate the economy, that caused less demand for every country's currency, because it had been devalued so heavily because of the whole scarcity aspect, right? Like, Bitcoin's narrative of scarcity is digital gold being a hard cap of 21 million. Well, when you print 40% of the total M1 money supply in 2 years, well, that is that is, what can I say? That is no different from VCs dumping tokens that were vested on us retail investors. Like, that's really what it's, in a sense, that's really no different. Like, it's kind of what it is, just like extra supply crashing onto the market. And you guys have seen what happens to a token's price once tokens get unlocked. So yeah, there's that. And of course, because of that, you can buy less with each dollar you have, and then that perfectly leads us into inflation, which we've seen across pretty much everything: bread, other commodities, gas, of course, as I've been ranting on about this whole time, even cars and stuff, and like, of course, equities and assets. Well, assets, yeah. And largely why that is because when inflation's going up, well, yeah, when inflation is high, you don't want you don't want to be holding a weak currency. You want to put that money in, because an investment at the end of the day, and obviously, again, none of this is financial advice, but just one moment. Okay, took a bit of a wrong turn there. Okay, you know what? We are gonna sit up here and just wait and see if we have a delivery. If there are no deliveries, I am gonna call it, and then just put these clips together. And like, honestly, I've said this before, but the turnaround time on these should be very short. I'm talking about like probably like an hour or two max. Just gotta make a little thumbnail for it. Okay, probably shouldn't park down here actually, but what were we talking about? So I think we were talking about kind of, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what we were talking about. My mind runs, oh wow, they canceled my DoorDash. Interesting. So yeah, that's why we weren't getting any orders. Dude, I don't, oh my god, you don't have a stop sign. I do. Fucking go, Jesus. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I guess we're done. I'm gonna head back home right now, and I will keep going on as I keep driving home. But yeah, it's like it's a 10-minute drive home from out here, so let's get 10 more minutes of this. Hopefully, yeah, I really hope you guys are enjoying this and getting something valuable out of it. And just, I don't know, I really want to hear some feedback from you guys and hear what you guys like from this, what you guys don't like, and what do you want me to incorporate more of. Like, maybe you guys could leave some questions and I could have them just like put on a sticky note on the dash in my car and kind of go over them as I'm going on these drives. Or I don't know, maybe I guess I could try breaking down projects on the fly like this. Wouldn't be the first time I've gone driving and just broke down a project on a car ride, but if that's what you guys want, I could do that, or just like, I don't know, what are some things you guys want to hear more of? Like, maybe something I was talking a bit about was I was talking about this with a good buddy of mine, Nick from Terramoon, also very popular within the Constellation community, and we were basically talking about just the overall future potential for NFTs and how fast they've already evolved. Like, I think people forget to realize the concept of NFTs only came to full, like, large adoption, like, around late 2020, early 2021, and it's just been like growing faster and faster ever since. And it's like we've seen just crazy amounts of people coming in. I mean, you're seeing like celebrities and musicians like Snoop Dogg and Paris Hilton and Mariah Carey, who's actually joined GeoJam, a constellation project built on hypergraph. And so yeah, it's just honestly super exciting to see just the NFTs continue to progress. Obviously a lot of them are rugs, almost Ponzi's, and a lot of them have next to zero utility. And I mean, 99% of these NFTs like aren't even backed on chain. It's just the token that's backed on chain, not the image itself. So that's something you guys should really keep wary of. And there's only very few amounts of NFTs that are backed on chain, and I honestly don't know all of them, so I don't want to be spreading any misinformation. So definitely do your own research on that. But my honest thought on NFTs, I love them. I think the idea of it completely disrupting the creator economy is an absolutely beautiful concept, and is like a true form of art in its own, no pun intended. But I also think it has a lot of industrial use cases, like in the supply chain industry. Digital documents could be NFTs. That makes perfect sense. And again, the overall idea of tokenization is pretty much NFTs. And eventually we're going to see divisible NFTs. So like, for example, a tokenized version of the Mona Lisa where everyone can own a little bit of. So that's another part of NFTs I'm really excited about. And just the whole concept of tokenization, because I mean, I keep preaching on tokenization. My name is Tokenicer for a reason. So, well, I chose the name Tokenicer for a reason. And that reason is because Tokenizer was taken. So, yeah, I think tokenization is huge. I think it's definitely one of the biggest pieces to what creates this internet of value. And I'm actually going to go out for a couple pictures and take a picture of the Ferris wheel, because this really caught my eye, as you guys saw me ranting on about this a couple times. Okay, so yeah, heading back home. Plans for the rest of the night, probably gonna study a little more. Got an exam tomorrow and on Friday. Then we'll be done. I think I've mentioned that a couple times now. But also gonna, I guess, cook some food up. Think there's some curry at home prepped up actually, and if not, chicken breast, steamed broccoli, and rice. You guys know the vibes. But so yeah, probably going to get a quick little workout in before I put these clips together, and then yeah, once the clips are up, I'll obviously publish it across my I'll notify it on my Twitter, and then it'll be up on my Spotify. I mean, do you guys want these on YouTube? Like, there's absolutely no form of visuals to it, but I mean, I could definitely add some visuals to it if you guys would like. Or I don't know, I guess I could start filming this with a dash cam and a mic, though there's not really going to be anything interesting to see. So yeah, no, I you know what, I don't think it'd be a good idea to film it through a dash cam, because that would be a lot of taking the cam in and out, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to install and reinstall. So yeah, sorry if you guys wanted to see the crazy driving that happens around here. Okay, it's definitely a very interesting experience. Just I don't think I've ever talked this much on a car ride before, even when I'm like with people and stuff. Like, I feel like I've just been going on non-stop for what feels like to be like about 2 hours or so. So yeah, DoorDash ended our delivery. We ended up making a good $60 in the span of about 3 hours or so. So it's about $20 an hour. It's like 8. Wait, no, not 8. That's good. I think 12% above minimum wage for working 3 hours. So can't complain about that. And yeah, so what else is there to discuss? I guess on some occasions I could definitely make these events sort of a more live AMA environment, as I'm going through maybe like a Twitter space, or I know Greg's mentioned something about live Telegram event, so I could definitely do that. I do have a Telegram chat titled Detokenizing that I've had for some time now. I kind of I guess put it aside for a little bit, just because I used to actually be deep diver into Telegram. Like, I would be spending hours a day diving into the quant lounge, like the quant group chats, like the QuantV lounge, the council, and the quant community channel. And just over time, it's like, oh, I think that's a cop. I should definitely slow down. Yeah, definitely slow down, dude. Okay, all right. So back to it. Yeah, so the reason why I kind of slowed down with my usage of Telegram is just because, like, so often I'd be added into these bot-filled group chats, or just like scam variants of a group chat. Like, there's a lot of impersonator group chats that impersonate the official group chats of crypto projects. Like, there was one from Unison a while back that I know I think some people actually unfortunately fell for, which is really unfortunate, because it was pretty much saying like, hey, so they literally took the exact name Unison community channel, took the profile photo and everything, and even added in some of the admins. And then they were like, hey, we're doing a Unison giveaway where we're airdropping to you guys 3 times the amount of tokens you guys send to us, which of course sounds very suspicious. Like, very suspicious. Like, what incentive do they have to do that? So yeah, definitely watch out for things like that. Make sure you guys are in the right Telegram. Ask around in the community, because yeah, these imposters are getting really good. And yeah, so be careful about imposters. I feel like they have the amount of aggregate imposters, I feel like, has definitely been dying down lately, which is a very good thing, because people that are less, I guess, literate in modern culture and less tech savvy are definitely more prone to fall for those. And that's, again, really unfortunate, because a lot of times those are people who oftentimes are in pretty tough situations financially. So to see just them take another hit is definitely something you never want to see. But with that said, we are pulling up to the crib. We are back home, and I'm looking forward to cooking up some food, or maybe there's already some food cooked up. Whatever there is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Really had fun doing this, and gonna be really excited to see the feedback you guys have, and hopefully the road rage wasn't too bad. It actually wasn't terrible relative to some of the other days I've seen. And I mean, if I'm doing this consistently, I think you guys are eventually gonna see the token meter side. So yeah, anyways, as always, stay safe, everyone, and make sure to keep grinding, keep researching, and take care of yourselves physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. Be smart. And until next time, everyone. Peace.